to make moves. Doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through, but I'm break.
Yeah, man. It's Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Beans, man. STONYCROOK should be jumping in shortly, man. It's me, Mr. Beans. It's Parlay with us, the regular sports guys. Episode number 5, man. We doing it live again. How we do it every week, man. Hustle Stacks is on a hiatus tonight. Sean Doe's on a hiatus tonight. So it's just gonna be me, Mr. Beans, and then we got STONYCROOK coming through in a minute. Stoney's just getting his stuff together, getting his apparatus together. But in the meantime, in between time, man, we just gonna chill and let everybody come in on this live, man. Whoever's out there, please come in there live. This is the regular sports guys. Parlay with us, man. We got Thursday night football, week number 9, popping off. We got Lamar Jackson set to return. It's the Ravens versus the Dolphins. We got a lot to talk about. We got the Celtics winning another game last night. Actually kind of blowing out the Cavaliers, if you want to call it that. What else we got? We got the Blue Jays, man, kind of like looking like they about to win the World Series. We got a lot going on, man. So just stay tuned, man. In the meantime, between time, we're just gonna just chill out for a second. I'm gonna hit y'all with a little background music until Stoney ready to come in.
I'm ready to come through.
Oh, Stoney's in there. Don't worry about it, Stoney. You take your time.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through, but don't break you, homie make you. Make moves, Doobie don't snooze. Back, cause they hate you.
Come on, jumping on this live, people. Jumping on this live.
But don't break you, only make you. Yeah, I'm strong, God. Yeah, strong arm. Rhymes walk on moons. No arm strong. Keep calm, dog. Yeah, you go hard. You do, so they hate on. You been killing with the finish. Lacking on skills with the finish.
Come on, people, jumping on that live. There we go. Stoney's back in here. We're gonna have to unmute yourself, Stoney. Unmute yourself. There we go.
Yeah, I was like, yo, something didn't look right, man. I was like, hold on, man.
Yeah, now it was cool, man. We back on it, man. You live. I see you dippity dip with that Bruins gear.
Oh man,
Stacks don't want nothing with you. Stacks don't want nothing with you right now with this one.
Nah. Stacks don't want nothing with me, but you peep Steve though. We got all 4 sports teams, B.
Yeah, no doubt. You're right. That's one thing people be mistaken. They be talking, they don't know, man. New England got it all. We got the football, we got the basketball, we got the baseball, hockey, and we got soccer. You know what I mean? So we bring it all through the sport. We got it everything in the sports world up here in the Northeast. But yeah, man, let's bring it back to the people, man. This is Parlay with us, the regular sports guy. This is the regular sports guy hosted by Team Parlay with us, me, Mr. Beans. You got STONYCROOK, Hustle Stacks, and Sean Doe. But tonight, man, we're going to give y'all some Thursday night football before the game kicked off. We're going to give y'all some of the Stony Sportsbook before that happens. And y'all see that title, man. Lamar Jackson is set to play, as they say.
Yeah, so he's going to play. He's going to play.
He's going to play, man. So let's see. Yeah, man, let's see what happens, man. Oh, hold up, man. We got some new things going on here. I really didn't pay attention to it, but as we speak and we're going to talk, let me see what they got going on, man. They got some, I'm just messing around with the things they got going on here, man. They got some new background and stuff like that. I'm going to just look at. Oh, for Halloween, they ain't playing around, man. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. Let me see what they got going on back there. Yeah, for Halloween, man. Look at that, man. We got little things going on for Halloween. I like that. I even like this Happy Halloween joint they got going on right here. This is pretty cool, too. We got the Celtics theme going on. You got the Bruins theme. And look, boom. with the orange, man. You know, we got a few of these joints going on. I kind of like, man. So yeah, I think I'll hold on to this one for a little bit and see what people think about it, man.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, man, it's popping. So with that being said, let's get it cracking.
Let's get it cracking, man.
Let's get it cracking. Let's talk this sports, man. Let's talk this.
Yes,
what's
sir.
going
Yes,
on
sir.
in the NFL. It's week number 9, and the weeks are creeping by. Things are getting tight. You know what I mean? Ooh,
Yeah,
what's up?
hell
Another
yeah.
lost soul. What up to another lost soul? Yeah, everybody. I hope you doing well, man. What's up to you? Another lost soul.
What's good, man?
What's good, man? Thanks for coming through, man. It's happy Halloween. It's the Halloween Eve. Thursday night football. You know, week number 9 show, man, with the regular sports guys. Yeah, man, you know what it is. Another lost soul. Whatever you feel like chatting about, you want to chime in, you ask that question, man. And another lost soul. I never asked you. You represent where you from. Tell us where you from, man. As you can see, we have the comments coming down on the live at the bottom so people can see, man. Let us know where you coming from so we know where you representing. That's one thing. When people coming on this live, we want y'all to represent where y'all from, man. Yeah, man. You coming on this live, let us know where you from, man. It's no deal, but we just want to know so you can represent your town and your state, man, wherever you from, man, city, wherever. But yeah, man. So week number 9, let's get it talking, man. Where you want to start off at, man? Let's get it started.
Let me pull everything up. Tonight's game, you know what I'm saying? That's where we want to start it at.
Oh yeah, definitely got started there. That's what I was saying. The Dolphins, Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens at the Dolphins. The return of Lamar Jackson. You know, back from that debacle last week that the Ravens organization displayed last week. You know, everybody thought he was playing last week. Vegas thought he was playing last week. And, you know, nothing came out of it because the Ravens ended up winning, but Lamar was ruled out kind of last minute. So that changed a lot of things. People thought they got played. You know, Chicago 6.5. That's what the number was because they thought Lamar was playing.
Right.
And it went from 6.5 to -2.5 because Lamar was ruled out, but people already placed those bets. So
based on him playing,
exactly. And so a lot of people took, you know, people were taking Chicago,
right?
And the Ravens, you know. So it was just shady. It was shady business, and but hey, the Ravens end up winning and covering. So you know, no damage was done. It was as if Lamar played, but that was poor last minute injury report on the Ravens part.
So real quick, shout out to another lost soul, man. He said he's from Philadelphia, but he now lives in the New Hampshire side of things, man. That's north of Boston, north of Massachusetts, and you know, as we would call the sticks, the countryside side of town. Up here in New England. New England's all sticks anyway, man, except for the city of Boston and a little bit, you know, Providence and that type of stuff. But yeah, man, shout out to you, another lost soul, man. Hope you living nice up there in New Hampshire where the air is fresh. One thing I can say, the air is fresh up there.
The water's
and the water's crisp. Yeah, and the water's crisp. Exactly. That's for sure. That's for sure, New Hampshire. The water's crisp and the air is fresh, man. Yeah, Stacks. Yeah, man. Look at Stacks is chiming in. He said,
"Oh, you already know, shit. Man.
You already know, Stacks, man. You see, he brought it for you today. You see that little ensemble.
I brought you a little something. I got more where that came from, though. You know,
he brought you a little something, Stacks. I know you. Yeah. Stacks is kind of busy, but he's still chiming in, which is a good thing. I'll shout out to Hustle Stacks, man, for chiming in. No but doubt, yeah, man. Let's talk about this Ravens game, man. So the spread on that is Baltimore -7.5. What you think about that, man?
Man, I was back and forth with this game. You know, Lamar's coming back. You know, what's he gonna give us? You know, he's coming back from a tough injury. You know, that's not easy to come back from. I believe it was the hammy.
The hammy, yeah.
The hammy was real tight on him, and you know, he needs that. He needs that hammy because that's where not his whole game, but a big part of his game is based on his legs, you know, getting out,
right?
You know, running out the pocket, he'll probably run for 10 yards, but he's a great passer as well. So, you know, he's that dual threat, but with the hammy would have been a problem. But anyway, you know, we don't know what we're gonna get from him tonight. The only way I would go is, I mean, it's -7.5 right now. I could only go Baltimore because they need this game. Lamar know it's go time right now. There's no more playing around. It's go time.
Yeah, they 2-5. If they could get this win right here, they're gonna start
They'll be
creeping
back in the mix.
Exactly.
So,
they could
so
start
he's on the
creeping
road,
back.
so he's gonna have to get busy on the Dolphins. So based on that, I can only go Ravens -7.5 or the under. That's another angle I'm looking at, the under 51.5 for the game, because I think they're gonna run the ball out. They're not gonna try to abuse Lamar. His first game back, you gotta be easy on him. So those are what I'm looking at for this game. But other than that, they're on the road. Ravens on the road. Dolphins, you know what their situation is, but I think the Ravens are gonna run away with it.
Stacks says fucks out of here. What do you mean with Stacks? Like, what do you talk? You thinking? I don't know if you're talking about this game or something.
What you like the Dolphins? I mean, you gotta be more specific, man, with those 3 words.
Yeah, man, you got to tell us a little bit more about that.
But I know details, son. Like as if you know on the panel, man. You got. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I know it's gonna be. I think Tua had a good game the other day, right? Didn't he have a good game the other day?
Yeah, they had a good game, but they went against bum ass Cousins on the other end. That's the
Atlanta fell apart. Yeah. Something happened with Atlanta and they fell apart. That's right.
Penix is hurt. Cousins couldn't do anything, so that's why that ended up like that.
Right. I think Atlanta. I think for to tell you the truth, I think really that Baltimore. You're right. This is. Lamar has to kind of like, if he's healthy enough to play, Lamar got to come out there and do the thing, because if they can get back to 3-5, they could creep back into this thing, next couple of games, get above 500 or get to 500. My question is, do they have the offense to creep back in?
Hell yeah, they do.
Okay.
Hell yeah, they do. Hell yeah, man.
With Henry and Zay Flowers.
The kid Keaton Mitchell, he's doing his thing. He's a younger back, because you got Justice Hill back there, but Keaton Mitchell, he's pretty good. Zay Flowers, he can stretch it. They got Hopkins. He'll get you some yards. Bateman. Yeah,
Bateman.
Man.
That's right.
And then you got Lamar at the end of the day. At the end of the day,
exactly.
He
has to be healthy though. I could only be confident in Lamar if he's a healthy Lamar. If he's gimpy and they bring in a rush man and he has to do a lot of movement with those legs with a not so healthy hamstring, that can kind of spell a little bit of a problem. So is Ravens is going to go as far as Lamar go, put it that way. That's my end all with that.
Yes, I agree.
Now like I said, Baltimore's -7.5, but you did talk about that a little bit. Let me go back, man. I want to get into the spread a little bit for this week. We're going to get into let's get into a little bit of what's going on this week on the week 8. This is week 9. Let's get into what's going to go down the slate here. We're going to first start off with Sunday. Obviously it's Sunday, but we're going to start off with the Patriots. The Patriots is playing the Falcons. Falcons is coming off of a loss. Not sure where it looks like with the odds of Penix playing or anything like that. I don't know.
I think he's gonna play.
Okay. So
I think him playing. I think that number represents that.
He's questionable he's questionable right now. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, if he's a go, maybe the number will go down. I mean, I think if the money comes in on the Falcons, assuming he's 100% to go on Sunday, and it start going down, I think as a Patriots bettors, I would wait. I would wait. I wouldn't hop on that 5. It's kind of funny, who's they back? Cousins.
Cousins is
I mean, if I know he's playing, I'm taking that 5 minus 5.5 all day because it may go up. It may go up because the money's gonna come on the Patriots. But that number to me is based on Penix playing. I think Penix playing. You know, he's on the road. I would wait. Wait. Maybe that number go down to 4. But
okay.
I like the Patriots. I'll take them with the points. I'm not scared.
I like the Patriots the points on this one too.
The Falcons do have an offense. They got some ballers on that.
No,
side
they do. They do. Our defense is going to have to show up. They're going to have to show up. The defense is going to have to show up. You know what I mean? And if the kid Penix is playing, don't underestimate that arm. He'll sling it on you.
Yeah, I think the number's gonna go down. Penix is a go. If it's gonna go down, it's gonna have to go down to, I say, 3.5.
You might be onto something. Another Lost Pro got a comment. He put in, and I'm gonna put his comment up there. He puts in, what thoughts on Bills defensive tackle Ed Oliver being placed on IR? I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. I mean, that's the anchor. That's the guy that sets it off for everybody. You know, he attracts that attention. He takes up that much space and allow his teammates to come in and make plays. So yeah, that's huge, man. And they got to get it together because they got Kansas City coming in next week. Well, this Sunday.
Oh, who do the Bills?
Yeah, Kansas City's coming in. Look, guess what? I don't learn my lesson. I'm gonna tell you straight up right now. I'm taking the Bills. We'll get into that later. Why I'm taking it, but think about it. Here we go again, right? Here we go again. Even though it's regular season, but still, you gotta show us you can beat these guys. Let alone, match up against them.
Well, this is a problem for the Bills, though. You're right. Real quick, we're gonna talk about that. Oh, there's I'm only gonna go over a couple of games.
Yeah, because I got my picks. And by the way, we cashed last week with the Green Bay. That was a nice cash. All those who tell real quick, that was a nice cash because we was losing. It looked like, but Love, he turned it up, man, and they got busy. But
nice.
So we got some plays. We got to play tonight.
Nice. So real quick, that Bills Chiefs game, big time game. Chiefs 5-3, Bills 5-2. Big game. It's a Sunday afternoon game, 4:25. That is a good game. I didn't realize. And the Chiefs are heading to Buffalo to take on the Bills. They both right now. I don't know. I want to say the Bills to me feel like they're going on the downslide, but I could be wrong. But the Chiefs is up. They moving on up. Put it that way. They're moving on up for where people thought they were. Next thing is another game that I want to talk about real quick. Another good game. Steelers Colts. All right. 7-1 Colts, man. People are sleeping on these damn Colts, and we've been talking about them for the past couple of weeks. But the 7-1 Colts going against the 4-3 Steelers. The Colts is going. They're going to Pittsburgh to deal with the Steelers and see if if the Colts go to Pittsburgh, guys, people out there watching, shout out to everybody in YouTube, Facebook, and the Twitch side of things, man. Thanks for coming through, parlay with us. Hit us with the likes and the thumbs ups and the shares. But if the Colts go into Pittsburgh and take care of business, like you said, we got to see them. I'm not saying it's just that to win in that environment in Pittsburgh, that'll be a big motivation booster for the Colts. Huge.
They would confirm. I mean, I'm already confirmed with them. I'm gonna start looking into some futures because I'm buying in on the Indianapolis Colts. I'm buying in on that franchise. I'm gonna get on that train because they're doing some good things over there.
They're doing some good things.
This is a huge game, and I'm gonna tell you something. This is a spot where they can lose because something about going to Pittsburgh when you're riding high. Pittsburgh is like a trap, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That's why I mentioned that game. But
I don't know if I want to get in front of that train, that Colts, the Indianapolis Colts train. I don't think I want to get in front of that because I did, and it burnt me. I bet against them twice in the last month, and man, I'm 0-2. So
Right.
I'm very
Skeptical.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence, man.
But skeptical. Next game that I think is going to be a decent game. The Broncos, 6-2 Broncos are going to Texas, to the Texans, who's 3-4, who needs to get back to 500.
You gotta go Texas.
Huh?
You gotta go Texans, man, in this spot right here, man.
As far as the spread is concerned,
more so,
it's only 1.5. Houston -1.5,
and then rightfully so, man. You got a Texas team that's at home. They defense they playing elite defense over there in Houston, man. I think they number 2, number 3 in total defense. They defense is tight. They're at home. They 3-4. They need this win. And then you got Broncos that they're not too good on the road. I mean, Bo Nix, he tends to disappear. It showed in a couple of games that he was on the road.
I keep forgetting road games are tough. That's where teams really know who they really are, man. Because when you got to travel to win is that's the name of the game, especially in football, you know, and basketball too. But if you could travel and win, that means you're going in a good direction. So you're probably right. If the Broncos can't, that might be a tough situation for them to go win on the road.
I don't think their offense travels well. That's what it is.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
I don't think their offense travels well. The defense is gonna be there. Like, the unders 40 right now is kind of low. I wouldn't mind messing with that because they both gonna be tight on defense, but their offense don't travel well.
Yeah, that under 40, that looks attractive. They're under 40 in the total score. That looks, yeah. Next game, Lions got to keep pace. They get the Vikings coming to face them.
Lions, that's all I could see is the Lions, man.
The Lions
at home against a Vikings team that lost. JJ McCarthy's coming back, but how healthy is he? Wentz is gone for the year.
Wow.
So if they was going with Wentz last week, it goes to show you how healthy McCarthy is. So I don't think he's not 100%. I don't know what the hell he's dealing with. I gotta look at his injury report, but he's been out for like 4 or 5 games.
So let me see what they got saying. They got Carson Wentz on the IR, man.
He's out. This dude was Winston. You should have saw him last week, man. This dude, and it wasn't a good sight seeing him, going through the pain and everything. It didn't look good. But
so one last game I'm gonna talk about before we go into the Stony Crook Sportsbook. Man, Seahawks Commanders. The Commanders is like literally no bullshit. The Commanders kind of like Stack said, the tape went out on Daniels, and now he needs to how you want to say that? They need to reevaluate what they're doing as far as with Jaden Daniels. So he can and maybe a lot of it is injuries. He could be injuries. It could be an injury-prone situation going on with Washington, which I think it is. But once again, he's kind of, came back down to earth, as we might say. So that's another game to look into, I think, this week. The Seahawks are coming into town to Washington. It's up to Washington right now to try to get back. They 3-5, so they need to, start creeping back up in the standings. Because the Cowboys ain't doing good. The Giants ain't doing good. The only team in that division that's doing good is actually Philly, who's on a bye, I think. So yeah, man. Those are some of the games on the slate that's coming up. It seems like a kind of a funny slate this week. The Saints is taking on the Rams. That looks like, the Jaguars are going to the Raiders in Las Vegas, and then the Packers is going to get the visitors from Panthers. So it's the slate's kind of like, to me, not strong for this week, but we'll see. So
yeah, No, I was gonna say, let me. I just wanted to ask something on the slate that you mentioned a couple of games that is gonna have some interest there with the Saints and Rams. The Saints is about to start that rookie that they drafted, Tyler Show. So they're gonna sit down. Hold on, let me look at right now. They're gonna sit down. I got it. They're gonna sit down Rattler.
Okay.
Rattler's got benched. Now they're gonna start Tyler Show. He's that rookie that they picked over Sanders. Shador Sanders. Because remember, there was the Shador Sanders watching. All these teams was passing up on him. Remember, they thought the Saints was gonna get him. They thought Cleveland was gonna. It was a lot of different. I mean, Cleveland ended up getting him, but they passed up on him. The first go round. But it was a few teams. The Giants. So Saints was one of them, and they about to start this rookie, and that's gonna be interesting to see how this rookie moves his offense.
Right.
That's one game, and then the other game that's. I mean, the slate ain't bad, but it got different meanings to it.
Right. Go ahead.
With the Seahawks Commanders.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
That's gonna be a great game. Is this guy gonna play though? I mean, because McLaurin he's out.
McLaurin's out again.
Right. Hold on a second. I'm trying to. Jaden Daniels, he sat out last week. Right. He sat out last week. He looked like he might be a go.
Yeah.
So they're at home. It's gonna be an interesting game. You got to see a good Seahawks team. You got a Commanders team that have to win because they got to try to get into that stay in that wild card race because they're not winning that division. But that's gonna be intriguing. In those two games, man. In terms of like,
that's an 8 o'clock game anyway, so that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, like in terms of like who's gonna like start, like seeing these quarterbacks get opportunities, it's gonna be interesting.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Fair to say, you're right. Totally right. Before we go, hold on. Let's do this real quick because I got a little bit more NFL news. Yeah. Stony Sportsbook, man. I don't know why they cut it so low. I don't know what the hell that was. It cut it short, man. It was usually a little bit longer than that. But Stony Sportsbook, man, you're gonna have some picks for you guys. Stony, what you got going on, man, with the picks, man? Sorry with your intro. Something's going on here. It seems like it got cut short, but go ahead.
I mean, it's all good, man. It might be good luck. It might be a sign,
Yeah.
We're gonna do good, man. But last week 1-1. We hit the Packers, but we didn't hit on the first half with Kansas City. They turned it up in the second half, but they didn't cover that spread for the first half. But it's all good. 1-1. We'll take it. That Green Bay was a good win. We got two that I'm going to attack this week. The first one's tonight. I'm going to take the Ravens -7.5 tonight against the Dolphins on the road. The Ravens know that this is it. There's no more playing around. So when you're on the road, you got to really bury that team. You can't mess around. So I think the Ravens are gonna outlast the Dolphins, and they're gonna cover that -7.5. It might have went up to 8 because the money's coming in on the Ravens, so it probably went up to 8. I'll play the 8. But if you feel like you need the 7.5, just probably half a point. But I'll play the 8. I think the Ravens are gonna smash the Dolphins tonight. Lamar's back. He got, he knows already. He has to get his mojo back. He has to let the league know he's still here. So I like the Ravens tonight.
Nice.
My second game, another team that I feel like they have to win, and that's the Bills. I'm taking the Bills. They +1.5 at home against the Chiefs, a team that they've been having problems with, for the last 2 years. And they need to show themselves and the world that they can beat this team. You got them at home. You underdogs, so you guys should be motivated just hearing that. And you guys know that this game's gonna say a lot. For a regular season game, it's gonna say a lot because this is
true.
This is a team that the Bills been having problems with. So they need to show themselves, first of all, that they could beat this team. So I'm taking the Bills, man, on Sunday. So the Bills plus 1.5. Just play it. Just pick them. Just play them on the money line. They win in this game, and we're taking the Ravens tonight minus 7.5.
Nice. Thanks for those picks, man, on Stony Sportsbook. You guys, man, Stony really do a good job. He does his homework on this stuff, man. He puts his time in with these picks. So take the advice, this is on, we're not professionals, but we do our little, Stony does his homework to try to get y'all the best outlook on these picks, man. So with that said, man, shout out to Stony with the Stony Sportsbook. We appreciate it. Let's make that money, man. Let's make that money.
Let's get to the pay window, Let's go.
Let's get to that pay window, man. Let me see. Formula for. That's not the one. That's the one. See something every time I hit your sports business. Yeah, see something not right. It's not ending the way it's supposed to end. We'll figure that out, man. Something's going on here, but I'll figure that part. But yeah, man. Yeah, we'll figure that out. It's a little glitch going on. I see the glitches going on in this whole thing right now. But real quick, before we go, man, I want to talk about there's two things. We're gonna talk a little bit of basketball, and before we talk a little bit of basketball, real quick, and Stack's supposed to be here. This is his thing, right? The basketball. I don't know what this whole thing like. He couldn't make it this week, so today. But that's neither here nor there. But big announcement for the Patriots real quick, because that's our home team. This is a Boston's based podcast. The regular sports guys are hosted by Team Parlay with us. The Patriots traded away Keon White and Duggar. We talked about Duggar. We talked about Keon White last week on the show, about a week or two ago, about their lack of playing time and falling off the map. I don't know what happened with Keon White. It had nothing to do with health. It had nothing to do with health. And so was Duggar. We knew Duggar was, was the odd man out since camp. That's been the thing since camp. But for Keon White to fall out of favor with not just sometimes you would say fall out of favor with the coach, but then actually to go as far as to fall out of favor with the organization, where they traded somebody who was supposed to be an upcoming defensive stud for them on the end. So something went wrong with Keon White. Remember, Keon White caught a lot of ups. He made a lot of, he caused a lot of ruckus and talk last year at the end of the season, because he felt he was a big man on campus. But look what happened. I mean, there's a new regime right now, so he doesn't fit their plans. He doesn't fit their game plan in terms of the defense side of the ball. He probably didn't want to conform to something different. Some players, this is what they want to do, and that's what they want to stick with. They don't want to get versatile. They might have wanted him in playing a different role, or sometimes it be like that. They feel like you should play this role, you should play this position, or whatever the case may be, and he probably didn't want to do that. So if you're not on board, the next thing is going to be, they're going to ship you out of here. Right. Yeah, something went awry with that.
I think it was more on that, because he's a very talented player. I mean, young.
Yeah.
He plays, but I think it was more on that level. He probably felt like, nah.
And Kyle Duggar was the writing on the wall was on the wall for Kyle Duggar. So I don't really, that there was something. So he didn't fit the plan no more. If you want to say anything, he didn't fit the program no more. What they were bringing on Duggar, and that's why I said the whole Keon White thing was a new, it was a kind of a surprising situation for me. But besides that, man, let's talk about to end the show, man, before, because I know the game's about to come on, and, we'd like to get a little in tune, watch these games. But before we end the show, man, let's talk about The Celtics, man, what a win for the Celtics against the Cavaliers last night.
Great win.
Great win. They came home and they took care of business, which is a cool thing. Do you think this was momentum? That's my question.
Yes. I think it's progress. I think it's progress because this is a team that's playing in a new situation. And like Jalen said the other day, they're trying to figure things out. They're trying to learn each other. They're trying to see what works. And, and sometimes it takes games to figure that out. It takes some losses like they've been doing, the last, 3 games, before they won the 2. They 2-3 right now.
Right.
Did they figure something out? We're going to find out sooner rather than later because they got the 4-0 Philadelphia Sixers. They got they're going to Philly to play the Sixers tomorrow. 4-0. The Sixers are looking great. They looking really good. So, we're gonna see, if they figure something out or it was just, those 2 games. But I think they're gonna be all right. I think that's the case with them.
The roster look different. I didn't realize how different the roster looked this year. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't pay attention. I didn't put my eyes and ears on what was going on. But the roster do look different for the Celtics this year. And that's probably contributing to the slow start. And, with Mazzulla trying to figure out what to do with the lineups and stuff like that. So, and not having JT at the same time and having JB with a little hampering there, little situations going on health-wise. He's nursing hamstrings and things like that himself. So yeah, they got a mountain to climb.
The defense. It starts with the defense.
Yes.
And that's what this team needs to really pride themselves on because they got those type of players that could play some great defense. Let's not be this team that's trying to outscore, outshoot. No, this is not the type of team that's going to be on that floor without Tatum. They're going to shoot those threes, but not at the pace they would if Tatum was in the lineup. So this team is going to have a different dynamic, and it starts with defense. You play that good defense, hard-nosed defense, and bring that old-school style of basketball. You got plays. You mix it up, post up, stuff like that. I think if they focus on that, they're gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's all I could see from watching a little bit of that game last night. I was like, okay, I'm looking to see these new players out there, these new guys out there doing their thing. And I'm like, all right, it's a work in progress. But, hopefully the work in progress creates wins to keep pace.
Yes, big game tomorrow.
Right, to keep pace so they can actually be in, so they can actually can be in the running to compete for a spot in the playoffs. Not at some point. I don't care where the standing might be. Obviously, hopefully not the 8th or 7th seed, but somewhere good in a good spot in the playoffs. So Celtics got a lot of work to do. It was a good win against Cleveland yesterday. I know Cleveland was missing some of their guys too. But like you said, tomorrow night is a tomorrow night's game. Tomorrow night game against Philly. Philly's looking tough. Philly's looking good. Everybody's talking about Philly right now.
But we bring that defense. Then it kind of even things out because they looking really good, man. Philly's looking good, man. They got a stud in that dude, Edgecombe, man. VJ, that dude's a stud, man. And it's been a great year so far. A lot of these young players are balling. I never seen a class come out and ball. There's a lot of these draftees, like the first 12. They balling right now. A lot of them.
How Flag looks
busy.
How Cooper Flag, how he
good, man. He's playing good, man. For a young kid, man, they got him running the point. They got him doing a lot of different things, but he's a great defensive player. He's playing great defense. Great defense. His scoring is, but he's he'll
get there.
He'll get there. There you go.
Right. Nice to know. So real quick before we lock off, real quick, I haven't paid attention. At one point, I thought they was claiming that the Dodgers is going to win this series. Now you're telling me that. Now I'm seeing that it looks like this World Series is going to go to Toronto.
because they up 3-2 going home, man. And that win yesterday, man, that shit, man. Because I took Toronto to win game 4, and I was thinking about rolling that money over to pick them again, but I'm like, nah, man, the Dodgers, man, this might be a back and forth series because that's what it's been looking like. But man, Toronto came out of nowhere yesterday.
Okay.
I missed out on that, man. I missed out on that. It was plus money. They was plus 170.
Okay.
But yeah, they spanked LA, but I'm taking them tomorrow. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take Toronto tomorrow. It's like, I know it's gonna be the clincher. It's gonna be I was able to get something out of that series, but I'm hopping on that tomorrow though.
Nice. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Blue Jays before we go. I always pay respect to these teams that, put themselves back in those columns. Blue Jays has been the bottom of the heap for the last 30 years or so, if you're not counting, if people are not counting, and for the Blue Jays to come back and put themselves, remember, Canadian baseball hasn't really been producing anything solid. So,
well, they to their credit, they made noise. They got the Toronto Raptors. They won the championship, and I
said Canadian baseball.
Yeah, well, I mean, they won back to back, but this was back in the 90s. So it's like It's not like their franchise that never won. They was a franchise that was running shit for a little bit, but this was in the 90s. They won in 92, 93. So they had World Series success, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good to know. I know Toronto used to be back in, as far as the Blue Jays, they were one of them teams back then. Yeah, they was one of them teams back. Yeah, they was one of them teams back in the day. So for them to be back on prominence like that, that's a good thing. They, I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. Fuck LA. You know what I'm saying? Me all day, man. I'm shit. Yeah,
I'm disappointed in myself, man. I should have hopped on that shit yesterday, but they winning. They're not letting this shit go to a game 7, man. LA pitching, they can't fuck with this Toronto lineup. They smell blood. They smell blood in the water. It's plus 119. Don't even think about it. Just hop on that shit and get ready to go to the pay window, man, when it's over. Nice
comment. I like that. So with that being said, man, Stony, man, I know we did a quick one today.
Yes, sir.
Hustle Stacks was on a little hiatus today. He took a vacation day, as we call it, and so we'll see him on Sunday.
What's up, Stacks? Come through, man. You already see what it is, man.
I know what he sees. I know he's still watching. You see what it is.
Bullshit. I got plenty more where this came from. So
yeah. So
I'll see you Sunday.
I like the fit, man. I like that Bruins shirt, man. That shit is fat. That shit's tight. I like that. That shit's fire. I love with the cursive and all that shit. That shit's fire to me. We'll see each other on Sunday. We'll see the whole crew will be back together on Sunday. And we'll do it again. So with that said, man, shout out to the regular sports guys and who's hosted by Team Parlay with us. Shout out to everybody who came through on the live, man, on the Facebook and YouTube and Twitch side. We appreciate it. Please, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the thumbs up button. We appreciate it, man, and share this live with people, man. Share this podcast, this content with people. Let them know we give y'all some good sports talk. We give y'all some good betting. You know what I mean? We got some good bets and parlays that we able to share with you guys. Amateur. On the amateur side of thing, we're not no professionals, so we just give y'all the best of our ability and the knowledge we have. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on Sunday. Yo, Stoney, I'll see you on Sunday. Yo, Cook, yo, Stacks, I'll see you on Sunday. We out.
God to make moves, doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you, dog break through, son get through.